political will for the council and the local government to address this issue. Section 77 of the Constitution clearly states that water is a basic, fundamental human right. And every person actually has the right to clean, safe, potable water. And Hararians have never had clean, safe, potable water for the past 10 years, I think, or even more. So my request to you, Mr. Mayor, is there are some things that you have to cut on your budget to ensure that people in Harare receive clean water. This water issue is a matter of emergency. People are dying from diseases that they don't even understand. Because it's not everyone who's got the money to buy bottled water who understands that the greenish water or the brownish water is not healthy or that it's dirty. That is what they have and that is what is at their disposal. What are we going to do next? We need time frames. We need to know how urgent you're treating this matter. How long is it going to take you to clean up this water? If needs be, let's go together, Mr. Mayor, to the Minister of Local Government. Let's go together to the President to raise this issue that water should be prioritized like yesterday. That is what we want as Hararians. We can say a whole lot of things, you can present your budget, you can do everything else, but water is an issue that we have to prioritize starting from now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will say, I will speak to the issue of the budget. Yes, I think a lot of our expenses require refining. So you are speaking pretty converted when it comes to council budget, alignment or misalignment, of course. It's a matter that I think we have not given our best attention. You are pretty aware of the debate around the 2018 budget, which I refuse to sign. It's still sitting with the ministry, and I tell the ministry, you are the last man standing. Let's have your way of certain things that we don't agree with. On the togetherness of efforts, the coming together of efforts, I'll engage with anyone who shares a common interest in the water solution. Like we are saying, some of the solutions are beyond council. If we had our water sources dam 20 years ago, this conversation would not be taking place, we wouldn't be in this room. So where the solution resides above council, and you want the mayor to be part of a conversation, you are sure I'll be there.
Brother in white.
Mr. Mayor, you're a very nice guy. We appreciate the time that you've given us today. Amongst all the other things that the Harare Council has done, why can't you just do the honorable thing that all the other mayors in the rest of the world would do and just resign with the rest of your team and give us a new team of people who can get it done? One of my mentors told me once upon a time that it's not that it can't be done, it's that you can't get it done. So just do the right thing and go with it. Because all Mugabes must go as far as I'm concerned. We're a new dispensation. Would like to see new faces and people with a bit more energy. I like you very much. I hope that you have a good retirement.
I'm also Gabriel, so I'm liable for impeachment. I'm also the commander-in-chief of the Harare Municipal Police, Harare Fire Brigade. So they can impeach me. Yeah, quite rightly. Yes, I've been trying my best. Under the circumstances, I will be vacating the office of mayor in 6-7 months' time. So I think the next man will probably be able to deliver.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. My response, Mayor, is on the bedrock water quality, which is on implications on quality of potable water. I understand that the local authority of Harare is also the chief polluter at Korobra, particularly at Korobra, and then which is also impacting in terms of the quality of water. Then even in your, which is my last submission, in your 2018 budget proposal, we are proposing to increase the tariff from 25 cents to 70 for post-payment and then for prepayment $1.20. Are you saying, as citizens, we have to carry the burden of the pollution that council is doing? That's my question.
Okay, I think to the extent that we are liable as a polluter or pollutant, I think we must take blame. The repricing of water emerges out of the desire to meet the cost of providing the water.
But the contributive factor is also pollution.
Yes, it is not, we may be among the pollutants, but certainly not the only one. In fact, it could be the smaller one. Our industries are more, bigger culprits in that respect. Okay, and again, coming back to your issue, Kuda, I think you also need to be comparing like with like. This city should be demanding an executive mayor. And you are failing to assist in that call. You want a mayor who will say, there is an issue, within 3 hours, our guys will go on the ground. you want solutions, executive solutions from non-executive mayors. It's just not going to happen. The call is yours, not mine. I've done my stint, I'm out. So you people look for what you want and demand it. Don't personalize it on an individual. Do what the rest of the world does. Your mayors are doers because they are legally doers. They are allowed to do. There are things that I've whoopurad about for 3-4 years and no one will listen. If I had the executive authority, we wouldn't be doing salary tribunals 3-4 years after we raised our first red flag.
My brother at the back.
Your Worship, my understanding is that water costs about...
Can you tell the House your name, sir?
Frank was my name.
Thank you.
My understanding is that water costs about 40 cents per cubic meter, plus or minus. I would like to find out from you what is the justification for charging residents as much as $300 per month in areas like Maple, Greencroft, and so forth, when your order is late. And then actually, we have not seen your waiters who take military things in those neighborhoods. What is the justification for such high charges?
I'll ask the engineer to talk about it, but let me say we are not charging for dirty water, we are charging for what we think is clean water. So what's the money? That gets dirty is all, by the way, there are problems with the water. But when we're at planning stage, at distribution stage, at pricing stage, we are aiming to deliver clean potable water, good for consumption by the old, by the young, by the sick.
But don't you think $300 is just too much for someone who's aiming for $150 or less?
All right.
I think that one will answer on issues of costs. You look at the average bill for a hybrid city, it should be around $50. And for those areas that you're talking about, I think our bills are averaging $60. And then $80, $90 will be for the areas. But the problem with it could be a billing problem, which we have always said to people, bring those ones, the outliers, and then we can do. It's not everybody in that area was getting it. It could be one thing.
Thank you. My brother in Golf Yellow.
Your Worship, I do rise up for you as a gesture of respect. My name is Tularim Chanson, representing the well-being and the health of my family. I have been two-party question. Number one, for us to debate and to say where is this water coming from, who's not doing what, it's more like preaching to the choir. I'd like to hear your 100 days 10-point plan starting today, just because the problem is here. It needs to be combated now. The other issue is, walking along Rwanda, you see fresh, maybe more cleaner water than this one, coming out of pipes. What are you doing? Is that not an insult? Or is it your scapegoat of stealing from us? Thank you very much.
The very first one relates to what we're doing about water. We know which chemicals we want. When we get the chemicals, 7 of them, you won't have the problem you're facing. So that's not even a 100-day plan. It should not even be in a plan standard. The second one, leakages, again, back to our infrastructure. Well, a lot of our pipes are old. We need pipe replacement, which requires money, which money we don't have. And when you do compare us with other cities or other municipalities, we are the only municipalities that don't get a cent from Central. I've met and engaged with mayors whose budgets are 70% covered by government. We have to rely on our ratepayers. The bigger needs of the city, like the capital stuff, like your new water sources, your pipe replacement, require so much money that we cannot draw it from our ratepayers. That's where the government becomes the provider of last resort. We have a Ministry of Water. Okay. We have not gotten anything from them. Your calls to us should also likewise be directed to the ministry.
Yes, sir.
John Rodriguez from Mavunga West. You mentioned that so much emotion is attached to all these issues, and of course it's true. And like other speakers have made the point, there are constitutional principles about our entitlement to safe drinking water, and we are entitled to that, and we are entitled to good information. The problem is that the emotive issues are noted from the start, but it becomes even more emotional when we feel antagonized because the officials responsible evade giving us enough information, enough reliable information. They give us half-truths, they give us what we want to hear, they give us little bits and pieces, some of which are inconsistent with one another, and we don't know what the bigger picture is, and we don't know where we stand, and in the course of time things only get worse, and that's what we know from experience. For example, we have had a set of questions in the Suburban for Marlborough, Avondale, and all those other suburbs since, I think, October, addressed to Engineer Chisango, but Engineer Chisango, having evaded a number of opportunities to meet us at Ward 7, different platforms, from Development Committee to public meetings to any other possible meeting, he has also evaded the opportunity to answer a whole set of questions, which includes the issue of the quality of water, which includes the question of the refurbishment of the whole network of pipes in Avondale, because the engineer Ruhukwa was once quoted not so long ago that there will be a replacement of the complete network and it will take 9 months. And we are asking, when is it starting, that process? Will it really take 9 months? When do the 9 months start and when do they conclude? And at the end of those 9 months, what can we expect to have? A proper and full supply of safe drinking water for the whole of the city, because of course we keep hearing about Morton Jaffrey, and that is supposed to be the fantastic solution to all the city's water problems. But now that it is presumably finished, because the last deadline we heard about was December, we are hearing of all sorts of other problems that are sabotaging the supply of safe drinking water. So we feel antagonized, and that doesn't help. So no wonder we feel very emotional about the issue.
Thank you very much. My remarks about being emotional, emotive about issues relates to the way the emotions cloud what needs to be action. If somebody says, well, we had the water running down our road for the past 3 weeks, okay, we don't know where your road is. If somebody says, I'm on Oxford Road in Avondale, I'm on Piers Road, I'm on Fukumbazete, we are closer. We're closer to the issue. That's one
We have been doing that sort of thing in detail for a long, long time.
Now coming to your questions, I would like to find out from you, I know it's taken long, how much time do you think you want to give the engineer to give you answers to questions that we have tabulated before?
Well, we have reached the stage of putting them in print on a public forum, so we would like the answers on the same platform.
All right. How do you give provide an answer? This is operational issue.
Mr. Musengay, the editor, has emailed the whole article to Mr.
Okay, can I have a copy of it before the meeting ends? We'll tell you when we can give you all the answers. Whether you want them in public or private is something else, but the engineer will give us an indication of when they respond. Our apologies, that is taken, the time you say is taken.
We don't get the bigger picture, we feel antagonized, and that doesn't help. So no wonder we feel very emotional about the issue.
Thank you very much. My remarks about being emotional, emotive about issues relates to the way the emotions cloud what needs to be action. If somebody says, well, we had the water running down our road for the past 3 weeks,